Today I want to talk about Hot Wheels Unleashed. Now, I do have some caveats that I want to get out of the way before I really dive into this video. And I didn't play anywhere near the whole thing. I played maybe about 2 hours, the first 2 hours of this game, trying a little bit of everything except for the multiplayer itself, which is neither here nor there. I did give this game a bit of an unfair try at first, and I got annoyed at things quicker, maybe than I should have, but we'll get into that later. I got this game for free on PlayStation Plus. I don't remember when they were giving it away. It seems like forever ago at this point, but luckily it did not cost me anything. I finally got the chance to play the game, and I have mixed feelings about it right now. With that being said, I want to talk about probably the best thing about this game. I was super excited for it when I vaguely remember it was first announced, and I was excited for it because it was a Hot Wheels racing game, and that is, to me, probably the best and only, I guess, quote unquote good thing about it is it kind of hits you right in the nostalgia. I remember there was a Hot Wheels game that I played with a friend many years ago. I forget which Hot Wheels game it was. I believe it was on the PS2. But I had a lot of fun playing with him, and that's kind of what I was looking for in this game. Now, while you are able to play split screen in this game, I don't really have anyone to play with, but that's not really here or there in terms of why I don't like the game. As I kind of referenced to, the concept is honestly the best thing about it. If you want to race Hot Wheels cars in modern updated graphics, this is the perfect game for it. From there, that's where I start to get mixed feelings. And a lot of it really just kind of comes from, I guess, my own personal preference or my own personal bias, if you want to maybe say it that way. But I can definitely tell you that I would have loved this game as a kid growing up because you have to grind for coins and upgrade material in this game. You can get coins by either doing quick races or by doing this almost campaign kind of esque thing. I forget what they call it. I don't remember the exact wording they had, but essentially there's this giant map and there's specific racing events, time trial events, and you just kind of go through and try to get all that you can through this map. You earn coins, upgrade material, and they'll give you these blind boxes, but we'll get into that a little bit later. And that is essentially, to me, the whole game. There is a track editor. I didn't really touch much of that, but for me, it is just a lot of grinding to get new cars, to get upgrade material, and to just kind of progress through the game itself and just kind of unlock everything. And it would have been nice when, I was a small kid and had all the free time in the world. But now, as an adult, I have to be a bit more picky about the games that I want to play. And this kind of game just annoys me on some level. And I guess for me personally, I don't want to put forth the effort to grind through all of that to be able to unlock everything. From there, it gets worse. This is the part that it's not mixed feelings. It's not like a good nostalgic feeling. This is stuff that just straight annoys me about the game itself and is just bad for the game itself. As I mentioned earlier, there is something called blind boxes. Now, technically, so actually, let me get into that first. Blind boxes are boxes that you have no control over what car you get inside. It costs 500 coins to get a blind box, and then from there, you unlock a random car. And on top of that, it's not a random car that you don't have, it is a random car in the whole collection of cars that you can get. So you can get the same car again. Now, you can sell the car that you just got if you already have it, and you get, I believe it's 300 coins, so not enough to get another blind box. Or you can break it down for upgrade material, but I think you only get like 50-ish upgrade material. And from what I saw, the lowest amount of upgrade material that I needed for any given car was 200 gears. Is what I think it's supposed to be. But 200 gears to upgrade your car. If not, for the ultra rare cars, like 500 gears. If I may have seen more, but may have just been imagining it. So what annoys me about the blind boxes is technically they are not loot boxes, because the coins that you get, and maybe I didn't search hard enough in the game itself, but technically you cannot pay for gold coins, which technically does, in my head, and maybe I'm wrong, doesn't make this a like loot box, a what do you want to call it, a gambling mechanic in the game itself. But the fact that I have to make that distinction really doesn't help the game at all, in my humble opinion. The fact that these blind boxes are there, and you might get the same car over and over and over again if you're waiting for a specific car, it seems like a gateway drug to loot boxes. And yeah, like I said, it annoys me that there is that distinction, but it is, from what I understand, it technically is not a loot box, but it does not make it any better. I would argue that if you got a unique car every time, so that eventually, given a certain amount of hours, you could have every car in that collection. But if you're unlucky and keep getting the same car over and over again, it's going to take you longer. Or if you do get lucky, it might take you a shorter time. If they just gave you a new car every time, I would be more okay with it, but that's not what they did. Also, on top of that, there is a lot of stuff to buy. There are cars that you can buy, there are expansions that you can buy, there are collections of cars that you can buy, like I think there's a Batman one and like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle car collection that you can buy with real world money. The thing is, I don't know if you are able to actually earn those cars. Like if you get enough blind boxes, if you will be able to actually get those cars, or if you still have to pay for those cars. I don't know for sure, and as I referenced earlier, I'm not willing to really invest the time to be able to grind through all of that to tell you definitively. You might be able to find it on the internet of people who would be able to give you a better answer, but I cannot say for sure. Overall, I think it really comes down to your tolerance for this kind of game. And if you are able to have the patience to be able to grind through everything and unlock everything, kudos to you. If you enjoy it the whole time, perfect. There's nothing against that. But for me personally, this is something that I do not have the time to be able to invest in a game like this. And the blind boxes and the transactions that you can buy with real world money really annoy me in a very, like, right up there with microtransactions, and it is something that I don't really want to support at all. But I don't know if I'm really I don't know if any amount of outrage around all this that may or may not have already happened is really going to deter them, because I believe in, the main page of the game, they're already saying that you can pre-order the second one. So there's probably going to be another one. There might be more outrage. It might just be another quick cash-in by the company who made this. Maybe I'm just being skeptical, but that is just some quick notes that I had about Hot Wheels Unleashed. And with that being said, if you stuck around until now, thanks for seeing me all the way through. I hope I explained my thoughts and feelings well enough, and hit me up in the comments if you do have any questions or if I need to clarify something. If you hit the like button, that would really help out the channel, and if you really liked what you saw, consider subscribing and remember to ring that little bell so you know when I post my next video, my next short, or when I live stream. I'm trying to increase the volume of content, not drastically, but just enough to make it worthwhile. Either way, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.